change. Corey, well, thank everybody for coming out tonight. I'll go ahead and change the presentation to me. Show my screen. So I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I want to thank everybody for coming out today. Chris has graciously handled everything for me for the last few minutes. I had a computer problem a while ago, guys. My computer, right when I was logging in and stuff, it blue screened on me. I haven't had that happen forever, but technology, right? Things does happen. So you guys learned some good stuff from Chris. Looks like there's people from Tucson, South America, South Africa, Palm Deserts. So have you showed them the software or pulled the software up? I'm sure you guys already went over it and stuff, and the premise of the software. So you kind of went over that, Chris?
Yeah, I went over the basic premise, but you might want to, we had a number of people join since then, so you might want to go over it again real quick.
Yeah, guys. So something funny going on with my computer. Oh, Skype trying to log in. My computer slowly but surely is starting to log in, guys, and come alive for all of a sudden because it, like I said, crashed there all ago. So I'm going to go ahead and close Skype out here and get that closed out real quick because I don't like distractions. So where to from here? Deborah says, what we're going to talk about, Deborah. So offline Skype. So you've been using the software, right? Why? This is one reason I'm going to talk about the software, guys, just for a second, and why I had this software made to start off with. I had this software made for myself because I used AliExpress a whole lot, and mostly for samples. What I do it for a lot of research, guys, to find out. First I wanted to find out what the hot sellers were, and through all my stuff going through AliExpress the last few years, I found that there's a bestseller section. It's not readily available online. You just don't find it. There's a link. I can't remember exactly where I can show you where it's at, but bestsellers. But what I found out is I didn't have any sorting options and so forth, like the Ali Prospector does. And if I really wanted to do it by hand, I would have to start looking at the products and then start sorting it by looking at each product by sold counts and all that kind of stuff. Because AliExpress didn't give me that information right off the bat. And I figured out the time I did all this research that it might take me days or weeks to find a decent product, but it might be not as hot a product as something else after I did all this research. So kind of maybe waste my time. So I had this software made for myself, and it wouldn't call it Ali Prospector. It was just a piece of software that I had for myself to save me a lot of time. And what I wanted to find, guys, was like total orders and votes. And votes is like feedback, right? And they call it votes over there. I don't know why they don't call it feedback. But I found the software is easy for me to use, and I can just find the hot selling products as quickly as I can and go from there. You can't just do it. Why? And I had a few people asking, why isn't there a search column over here? And we're trying to get this software to where it can work that way, guys. But the thing is, we're looking at categories. So let me go over here to AliExpress, and bestsellers. Let's go over here, bestsellers. And activities best selling. Let's see if this is the link. It's really hard to find from my experience. All right, top selling. Okay, and here we go. Here's what the categories does, guys. So you only look, if you see why there's not a search option here, because they don't have a search option just for the best selling, but they have categories, and that's what we're looking at. And we're looking at getting more data from the categories than just looking at the categories right here, guys. Because see, I want sold count. I want to see, if there's reviews and so on and so forth, right? How many's been sold by the pricing and everything else, because they don't give you that information here. See, right? Women's here, men, electronics, sports, health and beauty, kids and baby, and home and garden and automotive, right? And that's what is in the software. It's the exact categories we have here. But like I said, if you went to the very top here, let's go over here to the top and pick out kids and baby, okay? And this is what they'll give you in a category, and you have to view more, right? But like I said, the sorting options are not there, right? We're also going to be adding rising star buys here pretty soon, guys. Right now, what we're pulling the data out of is a hot product, but we're actually going to be adding rising star buys to the software pretty soon. So we're actually working on that now. So the software, guys, let's go here and look, and it's pulled up. And I hope you guys have been using this. It's just a tool. Why the software was made, it's just a tool to help me research and gauge products that I'd be interested in bringing in. Because let's face it, if they're selling a whole lot of them on AliExpress, then a lot of people, not just the people buying it, moms and pops people, it's people doing arbitrage, guys. And that's what I have figured out. It's a lot of people doing arbitrage, and they're selling a lot of the particular products, right? So let's go here to baby, toddler, newborns, infants, boys shoes, girls and boys shoe right here, right? Total order 7,000, votes 9,000. You know how they do the votes and the order totals, because the order total is 7,000, they've got 9,000 votes, a couple thousand more than what actually was sold, right? I want to start this. I don't know if you guys have been using this option or not right here. You go to favorites, and if you got anything in favorites right here, see I saved that in my favorites right there, right? So I start it. If you want to unstart, you can actually unstart something. So you can unstart here and go to results, go back to your results, and next time you go in there, it'll be gone. So let's go here and show details, guys, and look at here. I love Papa and Mama. Oh, and I guarantee that they make more than just that one particular shoe, right? They probably make I love Mom, Dad, I love different ones. So we can look at, actually probably look at their store here. Here's at their store right here. I always like to right click, guys. I'm kind of like to open lots of tabs. I like to right click and keep this open in case I want to go back. I know some people might be on a tablet or something like that. It might be a little bit different, but that's the way I always do it. That way I can go back if I want to refer back to it, right? Let's go to children accessories over here and see what they have. They have different shoes there. I want to look at the personalized shoes, right? You guys throw anything in here while I'm here talking, Chris. It'd be great.
Okay.
Yep. It's all about research, guys, but the software will help you pull that data together. Let's see if we've got any more questions here about the... Deborah says she's struggling with the e-commerce store, even researching products. Okay, let's go over a couple things, okay? Where to from here? And you guys got the software, and where to from here? So you got a piece of software that's a good question, actually, Deborah. I want to show you guys how to use software. It's pretty straight and simple, right? There's not a whole lot. I mean, I like pieces of software that's not confusing, guys. I like little pieces of software that helps me in my business. Little cheaper pieces of software. It doesn't take a whole lot of brain. You know, it's rocket science to figure the software out, right? You pretty well opened it up. We did have a video with tutorials showing how to use it, but it's pretty self-explanatory, right? If you want to clear the results and start off again, you can just go here and choose health and beauty and do a search, right? Okay, now we got people saying they're stuck, right? And Graham, yes, this is about the software, but we're going to show you some other things about e-commerce, right? So I got a little presentation I want to show you guys, and this is not going to take that long, guys. Okay, I just want to talk about e-commerce and a couple of things that I like to teach people. So you got to keep it simple, guys. Simple. Keep things simple. Don't overcomplicate things. And that's what a lot of people do when it comes to researching for products, right? Either for one, researching for products, and for two, finding the manufacturer for that product, for the product you want to sell, right? So, and I've been doing this for 13 years, and this is the main two things that I see from my students and from anybody, and like people here, Deborah and Graham and a couple other people, and Sally, Rob, talking about they've had problems, getting started with e-commerce. And I know people have tried for years, tried for months, and never really got successful with it. Okay, just got to keep it simple, guys. Go ahead.
And I'll just interject that for a second. Is that for years I did the same thing. I overthought everything. And when I met Sam, he told me the same thing. You got to keep it simple. And I was just, I was thinking that was just like maybe some kind of like a platitude or something. But once you get into the groove of things, you really realize how you overcomplicate it. How to overcomplicate it is going to keep you from finding success. So when he says keep it simple, it's really, find items that are popular and then sell them, which is, what the software helps you do.
Right. So we're going to talk about research for product ideas really quickly, guys. And this is not going to take that long. So we're not going to be here all day, guys. I just want to show you some cool things that I really think you guys need to know. You look for other similar products around the internet, such as Amazon, eBay, and Google. And I'll show you a couple examples in a minute. You want to look for similar products which you're interested in. So if you're interested in golfing, then you want to look for similar products in golfing. If you're into scuba diving, then you want to look for similar products and for golfing, right? Scuba diving, dog training, that kind of stuff, right? So Amazon, eBay, and Google are your best friends. I usually stay away from Yahoo and Bing and stuff. They're not going to get really much information out of there. Everything you need nowadays as far as research, a lot of the research is Amazon, eBay, and Google as far as find similar products, right? How well they're selling by looking at sold counts and review counts. Remember I told you about the Prospector about looking at sold counts and review counts. I'm going to give you another example here in just a minute. I'm going to show you and explain to you why I do what I do when I look at Amazon. I'll show you a cool thing here. Right? How much they're selling for to get an idea of the market possibilities, guys. I'll tell you now, try to stick with products, if all possible, $50 and up. That's my goal. I don't like to sell products that's $9.99 or $14.99 or whatever on that range because profit margins are not that much. So try to, see how much these products are selling for, so you can get an idea of market possibility. So if the product is selling for $50, guys, a product that you want to sell, it's selling for $50. More likely, it's going to cost them about 20 to 25, right, around that range. That's most normal. When I sell a product for a company, it's usually double. So if I buy it for $17.50, it usually costs. It depends on if you're drop shipping too. It depends totally if you're drop shipping or if you're arbitraging the product or however. It depends on what you're doing. If you're arbitraging from AliExpress and you're paying $1.30 for it and you're selling it for $9.99, then you're 8 times your money now, right? If you're drop shipping, which drop shipping is, guys, and I don't know if you guys know what drop shipping is or not. Drop shipping is when you're dealing with a manufacturer here in the United States, for example. Maybe I'm doing college stuff because I don't want to license college stuff, so I found a manufacturer that sells jerseys, for example, or golf bags or whatever, right, or flags. And I ask them if they'll drop ship for me, which means they'll give me the images and tell me what I have to sell the product for, what it costs me, and what they want me to sell it for. Then I can list them on my websites or Amazon or wherever and sell it. And then when I get the money, get the order from the customers, and I just send an email to that manufacturer, and they'll ship it straight to my customer for me. So you don't have to inventory anything that way, and you don't have to pay for licensing fees and all kinds of other headache stuff. So you're kind of like a middleman there, right? But see what they're selling for so you can get an idea of the market possibilities for sure. The feedback and criticism and reviews to improve the product yourself, guys. So maybe a product, somebody buys an electronic product or some kind of product, a gadget, and it has to be installed on a vehicle or something. It has to be installed somewhere on a motorcycle or whatever. It's an add-on novelty thing. And the people's complaining in the reviews and the feedback and stuff like on Amazon, for example, or eBay, and saying the instructions are not clear or didn't come with instructions, they're pretty shitty, they don't really give you much details, How about you improve on that and make a nice, improve on the product, and then you sell it yourself and add value to it, right? So you can outdo your competition. There's other ways to do it. You could actually package things up. Maybe you're selling a knife set, for example, and there's all kinds of people selling the same knife set on Amazon, whatever. How about a knife sharpener to go with that knife set, right?
Or a cutting board.
Your buddy's, a cutting board, right? Like that's a good idea too. Cutting board, that's really good. I never thought of that one. A cutting board with it, so you bundle the product together, right? Good one, Chris. So look at feedback and criticism in people's reviews to get an idea how you can improve on that product yourself, right? Easy stuff. What styles are selling the best? Know what design and style is selling best. And that, right, Chris, we recently talked about a product. You're doing this stuff as well. When you have to go down and you start figuring out what style sells the best of that particular product, right?
Yes, definitely. And going back to what Sam was saying earlier, the best way to do that is to see what's selling that looks very similar to your style. So, for instance, I was selling a number of T-shirts, different designs, and the way for me to figure out which one I probably should, put the most time and investment in is I went to like Pinterest, and I was looking at the number of likes on T-shirts. And when I found a T-shirt that looked very similar to mine, to the ones I had, the one that had the highest likes, that's the one I went with, and it ended up being a really successful campaign.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a really good.
Like don't try to create demand. A lot of people try to create demand when what you should do is look at where the demand was already flowing, and then go in that and just go in that direction. Like take a product where the demand's already flowing and improve it. Like Sam said, if there's a knife set, add a bamboo cutting board. To differentiate yourself from the competition.
Yeah, that's a really good point. He's exactly right. Know who your major players are. Get an idea of the market size in your competition, right? So who all of your major players are in the niche or sub niche you guys want to get into, right? Get this box out of here, out of the way. Okay. And use Google Trends, guys, to look at what searches look like over the past few years for your product or your niche, right? So Google Trends, I hope you guys know what Google Trends is. It's really, I just go to Google and type in Google Trends, and you'll find it. And I'll give you an example here of Alabama Crimson Tide football. You guys see how that over the years it keeps rising up and up and up and up. That's a really good niche because it keeps rising up and up. Most of something, even if something's pretty well straight across and just barely goes up a little bit of time, it's still a good niche over time for me to get into. Now, if it's up rising and it keeps lower, 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 then it's not a good niche or sub niche to get into. All right. So use Google Trends. All right. Google Trends and look at what the searches look like over the past few years. Just put your keywords in and type search in Google Trends. And you can find that. Just go to Google Prospector.com, guys, and then type in trends. Giving you guys some hot niche products right here, guys. I'm going to show you an example. And this is a search I did. I was looking for I was looking for pet trees, cat trees, right? And I went to Amazon and typed in cat trees. And what I found is a bunch of stores selling this particular cat tree. And I went to look, and you guys know when you go look at the other. Let me show an example here. Let's just do it this way. How about that? All right. Let's do it like this. Not the right one. Close this tab. Go here and okay. All right. Let's pull this data up here. Okay, we're going to go to Amazon. All right, Amazon.com, and we're going to go to cat tree. Okay. I didn't want this, guys. Don't show me this again. Thank you. Cat tree. Here it is. Cat tree. And cat tree. Okay, let's go look at this one right here, for example. Oh, right click, guys. I'm funny about right clicking. I always like to right click so I can go back and look at things. Folks say, oh, I want to go back here. Okay, you guys see this right here, right? See a lot of yeses. Cool. Now look, you see 18 new from 700 for $72.99, right? I click this. Boom, boom, boom. And I start looking here. And I don't want to fool with Amazon. I'm not going to look at their stuff. And you see all these different stores that sell this one particular one here. There's 1,892 reviews for this one product, guys, right? I'm not really necessarily looking at prices or anything like that. What I could do is I said, see this store here? I'll right click it. See a 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 store right here? I'll right click it. I don't show this that also, guys. What exactly? I show this in some of my training courses and stuff, but I like to look at people's stores right off the bat here. Visit storefront. And I look right to I'll go ahead and open some of these other ones up here, guys. Visit storefront, visit storefront, visit storefront, visit storefront. I'm just going to do a quick glance. And I'm going to show you how I figured the cat trees. And we'll go back to that slide and I'll explain to you what it is, why I did that. Okay. Oops. All right. Now you see the first thing when I go to this guy's storefront, East to West Steel storefront. And first thing, they're going to have these best sellers. They always have them on the top. But look how many reviews here, guys. 10,250 reviews for this frickin' Zenith Smart Base Mattress Foundation. Some kind of platform bed frame. 1,916 right here for a Sunjo electric pressure washer, right? Sport Bella umbrella with universal clamp, 35 bucks. But see how many reviews here? And it usually shows the best ones on all these stores. Go back to this next store here and look at this store. Look at all the reviews. And let's explain, let's talk about reviews, okay? Why is Sam keeps saying, look at these reviews, fuck him. Everybody's like, hey, I'm not happy for him. He's making all this money, right? No. Look, okay, my experiences from all the years doing Amazon is he's probably sold 10 times more than this, right? So 1,160 reviews, he sold 11,000 of this Honeywell quiet room tower fan, right? Same here. If 700 something this Cuisinart. Of course, we're not selling name brand stuff as much, right? Look at here. Go Pet Club cat tree. 1,800 cat tree. 1,800 feedbacks. You figure 10 times more of that, guys. He sold 18,000 of these. That's how many he's been sold of this. And what I'm getting at, like I said, from my experience, even begging people to leave feedback, you're lucky to get 1 out of 10, maybe 1 out of 15 people to leave you actual review. So that is a hot seller, right? That's something I want to look more and get into, right? So let's go look at this real quick. I want to show you guys something. And Go Pet Club. Here, show this. How easy this, guys. See how this easy is? This is. Watch. This is easy. Anybody could do it. Even a little kid could do this. Check this out. And I want to find the manufacturer. Here it is. Look, guys. See this? Let me turn my phone off. Sorry, guys. Somebody restricted trying to call me. I wonder what that's all about. Okay. Looks like they're starting to sell on Wayfair. But if I went to Go Pet Club, let's go Pet Club. You just got to make sense here, guys, right? Look, right off the bat, I know I found them, right? GoPetClub.com. So let's go here and check this out. All right. Now, let's look around real quick. They sell cat trees. This is a manufacturer. And questions, customer service, sitemap, frequently asked questions about us, contact us. And let's see, they have a place here. Oh, I got the information. I can call them right here and ask them to drop ship, right? And I believe they do drop ship. I believe I've seen it here on their website before about us. Let's go look real quick. But I got their information right there, right?
Yeah,
Info.
at the
We
bottom.
offer drop ship fulfillment, private
And
label,
private label.
custom manufacturer. Yep, look at there. All right, see that, guys? So you got the phone number here and email address here. We offer drop ship fulfillment, private label, custom manufacturer. Cool. And it just takes a little bit of looking, guys. You have to click things. If you don't click anything, you're not going to find anything. And if you complain about not finding anything, and you haven't been clicking anything, then it's your fault. You should be looking around and being intuitive and trying to find these things. Let's go here and look. Let's go here real quick, and I'll show you an example. I want to show you something here, guys. We'll go back on that slide real quick. But I want to show you why feedback is important. Let's go look at some more here real quick, just really quickly. Just scan through the stores real quick. Most of these guys are selling looks like name brand stuff, and I want to stay away from that type of stuff. Bissell, Stork, Shark, Weber, that kind of stuff, right? Top tutors. Looks like one's probably not a big brand, right? But this is just really quickly how you can do research, guys. If you want to just do it just by hand and kind of look around here, right? As I've done a lot of this before, and this is how you do it. Look at here, guys. Cat dancer, some kind of interactive thing. It's only $4 and something, but there's 4,200 feedbacks, right? So back to the presentation. Let's go back to where we was at, guys, and I'm going to show you. So that's why I want to show you about feedback, and that's a really cool way to find a hot niche product, right? So I'm going to give you guys some hot niches. College and NFL. They're sports fanatics, guys. Collegiate, if you guys, any of you guys went to college somewhere, or you have family went to college and you know they're sports fanatics and they're alumni for life, they went to that college. If you went to Duke University and you moved to Florida, you're not going to root for Florida Gators because you're an alumni, you're a college alumni, you'll never root for anybody. There's always, and there's rivalries in the families, you know, maybe one of your cousins or your sister, your brother, or one of your kids went to a different college. And alumni, they're sports fanatics, guys. NFL is the same thing, but they're not really tied to any sports team. They can go to different sports teams, but collegiate people seem to be the best, in my opinion. Cycling, guys, golfing. I'm giving you just a few here. There's a bazillion different ones, guys. And you go in cycling, you can dig down to cycling, just sell cycling jerseys. Maybe you just want to sell cycling carbon frames. You just want to do carbon frames for bicycles, right? For high-end bicycles. Them things are really expensive, guys. Golfing. You can sell just golf bags if you want to. You don't have to sell just everything golfing. Scuba diving, baby and infant. Survivalists, we talked about pets just a second ago, healthcare, bird watchers, scrapbooking, hunting, martial arts, the list goes on and on. There's also niches, guys, you have to consider. Here's holiday niches: Christmas, Halloween, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Easter, St. Patrick's Day, and on and on and on. The thing is, you got to consider that's only going to be a temporary thing. So if you're just doing Christmas stuff, your niche is only going to be about 6 or 8 weeks out of the year. Doing Halloween, you're about 2 or 3 weeks out of the year. Father's Day and Mother's Day, guess what? About a week, right? So you'd have to consider that if you're in that type, if you're going to get that type of niche, you're not going to sell a whole lot throughout the year. Now you will sell. Now I do sell Christmas stuff. I just sold some more Christmas stuff a while ago, and I sell 2 or 3 things a day usually throughout every day on Amazon and some of my other websites. But I don't sell a ton of it, right? But at Christmas time I'll crush it. But you have to consider that, guys. So if it's let's just talk about it. What if you're selling cycling stuff? We just talked about cycling a minute ago. We're probably not going to sell a lot of cycling stuff in the fall and winter, right?
Yeah, if you look at this list, the basic premise is anything that's going to that's the people are very passionate about. Like passion is your prime mover. If it's something that that you get really passionate about, or that other people are going to get crazy passionate about, you're guaranteed to be able to make some money in that niche.
Yeah. And Clark just asked how we find dropshippers. I'll show you. Wait a minute, Clark, how to find the dropshippers. Novelty and hobby and novelty products, guys, big time. People like their hobby stuff. We've got scrapbooking, that kind of stuff. Novelty stuff could be a train horn that scares the hell out of people. It could be what else, Chris? It could be train horns. It could be a doorbell or something like that. It could be.
I've seen like model boats.
Model boats. There you go. Trains, model trains, that kind of stuff. Novelty stuff. Yeah.
One I was researching the other day that's doing pretty good is the wheels, the steering wheels. What's it for the boats?
Seriously.
The nautical wheels. People just buy the nautical wheels and hang them on the wall. Like huge niche. You'll find like hundreds of sellers and suppliers, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
How many people buy that?
Yep. The hobby novelty stuff, man cave stuff, guys. Man cave for collegiate or NFL, or man cave on their, maybe they're a NASCAR fan or something like that, and they got their man cave with all kinds of Jeff Gordon stuff or Jimmy Johnson stuff or whatever, right? So yeah, it's easy to start picking out niches, guys, and start digging down into them, right? And like okay, Golfing is a niche, right? If you get in down to the golfing bags, that's a sub-niche of golfing. If you guys heard of that, then you know that's what it is, right? Same thing as cycling. Cycling's a niche, guys. Cycling's a niche. Now, cycling carbon frames is a sub-niche. Cycling jerseys is a sub-niche, right? Cycling shoes is a sub-niche. So if you're here sub-niches, that's what that is. Same thing as hunting. Hunting is a niche. Bird calls is a sub-niche of hunting, right?
Yeah, you can even go into things like teas. One of the ones I've seen recently is tea is the main niche, the broad niche, but the sub niche is like health teas.
Mm-hmm,
And then a sub niche of that is matcha tea, which is like a new popular tea that's blew up.
yeah.
So
Yeah, good point. Okay, find reliable manufacturers. Now, I sent a couple questions about finding manufacturers and so forth. Find a reliable manufacturer, guys. Investigate and research your competition. Look at your competition. Like I just showed you a minute ago, Amazon, people have their listing right there of the product manufacturer. We just simply went to Google and put that name in there and we found it, right? So investigate and research your competition. It wasn't that, back in the day when I started 13 years ago, guys, most descriptions and stuff didn't have the manufacturer's name in it. You just didn't find it. It was harder to find, right?
yeah, I was telling them at the beginning how hard it was to find the information on the companies.
Yeah, yeah. But it's really not that hard, right? You research trade shows and merchandise market directories to easily find reliable manufacturers. Back in the day, they didn't have directories. We're talking directories right here, guys, directories. And why it says trade shows and merchandise market, because you can come up with different results for each one. It seems like merchandise market works better in the U.S., in the North America, and trade show, the keywords, works better in Europe and so forth, right? But you can use either or both, whatever. And you're looking for directories. They're directories. They're open directories. So this way you don't really have to go to the trade show, guys. This is really cool stuff. And I've been going to many trade shows. When I found out the directories were open, you didn't have to have a membership or anything or pay for it. It's really cool. And they're all pretty well readily available these days. Pay attention to details of investigating potential manufacturer. Okay, so for example, what if we went to, we got a hold of this company, and where are they at? The one with the Go Pet Club tree. Okay, we pulled it up. We had their information a while ago, right? Now, what if we wanted to do, we called them. So I printed their page off. I printed their contact us, right? This is what I usually do. I print it out, and then I'll call them, for example. And if nobody answered, then I'll leave it. I'll put a date there. Put the date down, and then I called them and left a message. Well, tomorrow I'll do the same thing. And if nobody answers, I'll leave a message. Third time to strike, guys. I won't fool with them. That way you know if a manufacturer can be worth a shit. And also I'll email them too. But I always take notes, and that way I know if they're going to be contacting me back and forth like they should. Because every once you find a company that's not really up to date on stuff and are not getting back with you enough time and stuff, then if you start working with them, you're going to really be hurting. This goes with people in China as well too. When you're dealing with China, anybody with Alibaba and so forth. Pay attention to details, and that's like I said, either you're drop shipping or you're getting stuff from China. Don't use middlemen, guys. Never pay a monthly fee. You guys probably seen Doba.com and Worldwide Brands and that kind of stuff. Don't never pay anybody a monthly fee for finding drop shippers or manufacturers. And find manufacturers who don't sell to the general public. And what I mean by that, if you're really doing drop shipping, guys, and you're dealing with a company in the U.S. or UK or wherever you're dealing with, when I contact them, like the Go Pet Club people, I look at their website. I don't want to see them selling their own products on their website. What I mean by that, I don't want to see buy buttons on their website. Okay, so I usually won't work with a manufacturer that does. Okay. Remember that finding merchandise is not the biggest problem you guys have. So look around the world. There's billions of products available, guys. You just need to know where to find them. It's as simple as that. A solid manufacturer will make your e-commerce business easier and more profitable. Like I said, if you have a manufacturer that's going to easily work with and they get back with you in a decent amount of time and stuff, if you have a problem with the order, then that process will be a lot easier too. So, and you don't run into that many problems with orders. I know Chris has run into a couple of problems with some manufacturers over there in China a couple of times, but not that bad. And I haven't, I have a couple times myself. It's not that common, guys. You really don't run into too many problems. Misprints, that kind of stuff, right? Maybe the product is not as quality as it should be, or misprinted something. T-shirts, that kind of stuff. All right. Okay, guys, it's a lot easier to think. You think to find manufacturers that want to work with you. Think about it. If they don't want to work with you, then it's probably not going to be in business that long. They want to sell all the product they can these days. When I first started doing e-commerce and drop shipping, it was harder to get people to do drop shipping for you, manufacturers, because they didn't know really what it was. Nowadays, they're all hip to it. They know what it is. And manufacturer want to work with you so they can make money, right? So let's give you guys some cool Google search tips. Write this down, guys. We'll give you a couple minutes to write this down. Now, these two top ones, this is for .com. This is for like you people in the UK. Now, if you're a different country and you use a different whatever your petbeds.com or whatever, then you need to use, like this is for UK, okay? These two bottom ones are the exact same type of thing on top here. It's just in brackets instead of quotes, okay? So what I'm doing, I'll look for site:.com. I'm looking for dropship agreement, guys. I'm looking for toys. And I'll give you a couple examples here in a minute. I'll show you. You can put wherever keyword is. Your keyword is going to be right in here, okay? All right, you guys, I hope you're getting this. And this is for you guys in the UK. This is an example just showing here. Whatever country you guys live in, if you're looking for a manufacturer, a drop shipper in that country, then you need to put your extension here. Okay? Now, see what it does, guys. I went in here and I put the one for pets and drop ship agreement. So look for drop ship agreement. You don't need to change this, guys. You're just looking for your keywords of pets. Out of 1 million results, 1, 2, 3, 4, first 5 of them come up. Drop ship agreement. See that? And affiliate program and dropship agreement, pet supply dropship agreement, top dog pet supply dropship service agreement, and dropship agreement. See how easy that is, guys? Let's go to the next one. Oops. Baby. I did baby right here. Go back. Pets we did. Remember? One of the results. For baby, and you could do baby blankets, baby shoes, whatever. I just did this to show you guys an example here. Over 2 million results. 1, 2, 3. First 5. Look. Purpose of this dropship agreement. Dropship specification, fulfillment, or dropship orders. Email me directly regarding minimums and dropship agreements. Dropship program information, dropship products, baby, dropship customers. To start dropshipping, specific complete our basic dropship agreement. You guys see how easy that is? Give me a yay. Hey, amen, Sam. Amen. Easy, right? It's not that hard, guys. This is just one example. Give me another example. We talked about merchandise markets a while ago, right? And this is Dallas market. This is one in Dallas. This one in Atlanta. They're everywhere. There's Chicago, Orlando, New York, Vegas.
And that's if you get through the Dallas market website. This website is huge. I mean, I've spent days looking at suppliers because there's so much information here. I mean, you can, and that's just Dallas alone.
Yeah, just Dallas alone. Atlanta is huge as well, guys. The thing is, you just go here, and I went here to put my mouse over buyers, become a buyer at the market, and search our products. I can search by product categories or company directory, by categories. When by categories, I scroll down, I went Christmas. Look, collegiate here. I know Deborah was asking about collegiate. Look, collegiate, you can click collegiate. Collectibles, I went to collectibles figurines, which is a category in Christmas, right? I went to Christmas, I went to the collectibles and figurines, and I said view lines. And I found a ton of them. There was like hundreds of them here, guys. So I chose Roman ink. And right off the bat, in operation for 50 years, yada, yada, yada. Well, I see over here is a little phone number information to get a hold of them, guys. Just to contact showroom manager, their phone number, their address, and that kind of stuff, and their website, and yada. I see how easy that was.
Yeah,
cool,
you just come up and ask them if they drop ship, send them an email.
Yep.
Like Sam said, they're hip to it, so it's not like they're going to say, what is drop shipping? It's either going to be a yes or no.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's going to be a yes, and here's the details on how you get in.
Guys, this is not like knocking on doors. This is not doing offline marketing. It's not like beating the door down trying to get your foot in the door on an offline business and get a client. This is just you call somebody and they want to work with you. What are they going to say? Hell no, we don't want to drop ship. We don't
We don't want to sell that. We don't want you to make us money.
It's a yes. It's a yes or no, and some might and some might not. If they do, then most likely say, well, let me send you to the drop ship department. You can talk to so and so, right? But it's a yes or no. They're not going to reach to the phone and put 2 hands around your neck and start choking you. So why you should not feel intimidated to call people, right? They don't know you. They don't know what you look like. They want to do business with you. We're going to say yes or no. So it's not that hard. You just start contacting people. This is not, like I said, some people think it's like trying to get your foot in the door. So, it's offline market, trying to get clients. It's not like this, guys. They want to work. Most companies want to work with you. It's as simple as that. And if they don't want to work with you, you simply tear the damn piece of paper up, throw it away, and say next.
And go to the other 50,000 companies that
sell you the Christmas figurines. There's a bazillion of them, guys.
What you want. Yeah, I've sent now hundreds of emails asking, do they drop ship? And I can honestly say I've never got a negative response. No one's ever got mad. No one's ever said, make me jump through any hoops. They just send the information over. You're good to go.
Yep. So we're going to talk about domain names, guys. And I'm really big about domain names. I want to really run this by people because I was talking to a pretty big marketer earlier. And I was telling him what I've been doing for all these years, and he knows I've been doing e-commerce, but he didn't know exactly kind of how I've been getting organic traffic. And it's by doing what I'm doing with domain names. He says, "Does that still work?" I was like, "Yeah, it does work." He said, "I thought the Google slap years ago took care of that." I said, "No, they didn't take care of that, because this is how I get most of my traffic and my organic traffic to my websites, not the Amazon listings, not the eBay listings." To be truthful, guys, you do not never ever want to rely on your business, your e-commerce business, your real business, to a third party. And what I mean by that is Amazon or eBay or Etsy or whatever. What if you're doing 10,000 a month or 50,000 a month or 100 or 200,000 a month on Amazon? What if? That'd be cool, right? It's really good. Man, it's really cool. Great stuff. And all of a sudden you get a bunch of bad feedback from people on Amazon that slaps you and says, "Oh, we're holding your money for 90 days and your account's blocked. We don't want you. Your products are gone. Your listings are gone." Well, you lost it. You lost your business, right? That's not a real business. And I like to rely on my own websites. And don't get me wrong, I like to sell on Amazon. I sell on Amazon. I just sold some stuff on eBay a while ago, but that's not my prime business, right? My prime business is running traffic from my own websites. And I've seen somebody talk about Shopify a while ago too. And I don't use Shopify for none of my stuff. Chris is playing around with Shopify a little bit. I like to have control of my stuff. And why? It's not just, you have control of Shopify, guys. So if you buy the domain name, it's yours. There's nobody can do anything about that domain name, it's yours. You can point it to wherever you want to. Now, if you build your domain, your website on WordPress, your own WordPress stuff, for example, and you had it hosted on a server somewhere, you can always move that domain in the script to wherever you want to move it to. Okay, the domain's still yours too, whatever. Okay, if you point that domain to Shopify and you build your SEO and your whole website and you build your SEO value and Google loves you and you're on up there, guess what? If you want, the domain's still yours, guys. The website domain's name is still yours. But if you pointed it somewhere else, to another server somewhere else, and don't want to do Shopify no more, you can't take Shopify script with you. You have to start, you build your website from scratch all over again. And guess what? You will lose your SEO value overnight. It'll take you a while to build it back up because you build everything over on Shopify. That's why I don't like Shopify, because it's just a script that you cannot take and move it somewhere else. If you don't keep paying them every month, then you lose it. Now, if you got 30 websites like me, guys, you spend a lot of money on hosting. I mean, doing Shopify every month. I recommend using WordPress and use WooCommerce. It's free stuff. So let's talk about domain names real quick, guys. Choosing good domain names. Always buy relevant, keyword-rich domain names. Huh? People are like, what the hell are keyword-rich domain names? Google slapped people up for doing that years ago. Well, they didn't slap people doing e-commerce websites. They slapped the people who was doing CPA offers and all the crappy shit that was going around, the black hat stuff years ago. Always buy relevant, keyword-rich domain names. Isn't that right, Chris? Talked about that before.
Yeah.
Chris had a lot of talks about this.
Yeah, we've done a lot of I just recently finished a case study where I did two websites that were almost identical. One that was a relevant keyword-rich domain name, and the other one which was a brand. And the keyword-rich domain name did so much better that it was just insane.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to go that route.
Yep. Stay away from trademark names, guys. Very important. So BritaFilterStore.com, right? That kind of stuff. Nissan Cars or Nissan Car Store or whatever. You know, I mean, any kind of name. Go pet catbedstore.com. You don't want to do that because that's, your trademark names. I'm sure the Go Pet guys are trademarked as well. Stay away from that. 3 to 4 word domain names, guys. No more than 3 to 4 words in that domain name, and that doesn't count a .com at all. So don't count a .com. It's just 3 to 4 word domain names, and I'll show you some examples just in a second. No hyphens, numbers, or abbreviations, guys. No hyphens, numbers, abbreviations, and .com is always the best. Always, always, always. I don't own any .nets, .orgs, or .whatevers. .com. If I can't get a .com, I'll move on. Right? I'll give you guys some examples. We're going to talk about birding binoculars real quick, right? You see up there that you see where I circled birding binoculars up here, guys? And you remember I talked about competition? So I did a search here, and what I see is ads over here. If I didn't see ads, guys, when I'm looking for a particular keyword like birding binoculars, and I didn't see ads over here, it's probably not a good niche to get into. And I also see shopping for birding binoculars, which is shopping. Google Shopping up here is also up here on top too, so that means there's competition, right? But look at this, guys, birding-binoculars.net. I told you not to buy .com, buy .nets, didn't I? Always do .coms, and don't put dashes or anything in there. Look at this guy's #1. You can knock him out of there in a heartbeat, right? So we're going to look at birdie binoculars real quick, guys. Now, why Sam has got and star equals 990? Because Sam likes you, and Sam wants to give you a cool little tip. So let's go back here. Okay, this is birdie binoculars. We're going for birdie binoculars, guys, and this is what I do when I first say I want to get in. I want to look at this niche real quick. Maybe it's worth me getting into. This is my 30-second research to decide if I want to go any further. To look and see if this niche is worth me to get into. So this is what my 30-second search that I do, and I'll show you what it is. You see up here where I circled I circled this up here, guys. See birding plus binoculars. That's the URL. So what you simply do is put and star equals 990 behind the S of binoculars. See the URL is the same. So I just start typing and star equals 990, and I simply hit enter. All right. When I hit enter, I scroll down to the bottom of the page, and you'll see something here that says, in order to show you the most relevant results, we have admitted some entries very similar to the 317. Mine's 317. Your number could be anything, whatever the hell number, anywhere from 0 to 999, guys. Mine's 317. My number is 317 for birdie binoculars. It's just my 30-second search to see if birdie binoculars are worth me getting into further, right? Makes sense, right? So with my submitted search results, here's the scale, guys. Mine is intermediate. So I'm at 317, which is low for intermediate. I can bust that guy out really quickly. If it was anything of 400 and above and stuff, I kind of got to consider it. But anytime you get anything higher, like 500 and above, guys, stay away from it. Right? I like this. I like these. You're going to hardly find extremely easy anymore. Okay? You're going to mostly get into 200s to the 400s marks most of the time, or higher. If you find anything that's going to be decent, it's going to be right in that range. But you'll find a lot of 7, 8, 900s and stuff, and you want to stay away from them, all right? But my magic number is 317, and that's what I go by the scale right here. And I would go for that niche if I wanted to do birdie binoculars, right? And take this guy out, birdie-binoculars.net. If you look at that website, guys, it's a joke. He's not selling anything, and all the links he's got going to Amazon and the Walmart and all that stuff are straight out links. I don't know why. What are you guys thinking? So that's the scale. Let me hang this up. Okay. All right, birdingbinoculars.com, guys. Taken. Crazy phones. All right, birdingbinoculars.com is taken. Went to GoDaddy real quick, guys. I'm going to show you how domain names. We talked about domain names just a minute ago, right? Birdingbinoculars.com, taken, right? How about birdingbinocularcenter.com? See how important, that's one, Birding Binoculars Center, 3 words, right? Remember we talked about 3 or 4 words in our domain name? So Birding Binoculars Center, available. Is that cool? Birding Binoculars Depot. Think about it, guys. I can rank up here pretty easily doing this, and this is a way to do it organically by buying keyword-rich domain names. This is how I've been building my business for years, for the most part. Survivalist.com. That's one word, guys. Survivalist.com. You know it's taken, right? Probably taken years ago. Survivalist.com. Sure enough. Dang it. Sure like to have that. It's probably worth $1 million now, isn't it? Or more. Survivalist Center. You guys seen this? You seen the value in this? Seeing how easy this is to buy domain names? I mean, it's insane.
And it's one of the most important. I mean, Deborah, this answers your question about, Facebook traffic can get expensive. How do I drive traffic without having to pay lots of money? Well, organic traffic is the solution. And everyone makes SEO this super hard thing. I mean, if you listen to the so-called experts, they'll tell you that you have to post 1 billion articles a day. SEO. I mean, and literally, the solution is really just to get an exact, what do you call it? This is an EMD, an exact match domain, where if someone's searching for survivalist stuff, boom, you pop up.
Chris will tell you guys, I'm freaking lazy. I don't do no traffic stuff, right, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, I came from I'm sorry?
Go ahead.
I came from a digital marketing background where it was, the companies I worked for, it was build a brand. And so we would have to we choose a fancy name, and we'd throw, $50,000 at it to build a brand. And then, I meet Sam, and he literally laughed and said, how about you go try this? And I went and tried it, and then that next week I was getting orders. And it just blew my mind. I was just like, all these companies I've worked for, these giant budgets that took a year, to start getting orders because we were building brands, for it to just keep it simple.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. And it works much better.
Yeah. You don't have to be large sites, guys. You don't have to be humongous sites to make really good money off of them. I have a handful of sites, about a dozen of them has one product. One page, one product, a video, description of the product, and the buy button. That's it. It's as simple as that.
Think of it like this. Google is in the business of showing people exactly what they want. So if your exact match domain, your keyword rich domain, and the items that you're selling is exactly what the people want, they're going to skip all the algorithms and all the other stuff and just show your site, because that's what their business is.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not showing relevant results, they're not going to, people are going to stop using Google. So that's why this strategy works so well. It's evergreen. It's always going to survive because it works with Google at its core.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing this 13 years, guys, and I've never had any of my websites blacklisted or de-indexed by Google for doing this. It works. So we look back Survivalist Center. You guys see the power in this? 2 words. Okay, we talked about pet beds a while ago, right? We talked about cat beds, right? They go pet cat trees or whatever. Petbeds.com, taken, yeah, for sure. Pet Beds Online, guys. I'm going to give you a list of them in just a minute, ones you can use. Pet Beds Online, Pet Bed Center. 3 words, guys. Simple as that. See how simple that is? Now, let's buy relevant keyword rich domain names, guys. At the rear of the domain name, you can use any of these. We're going to give you guys a minute to write it down. At the end of the domain name, the rear of the domain name, you can use store, online, depot, center, world, or central. You can use anything else you want to use too, but these seem to work the best for me. Store and online are my 2 favorites. The 2 top ones are store and online. Now, if it's like pet beds, P-E-T-B-E-D-S, I won't do pet bed store because there's 2 S's together. It's just me. I'm kind of funny like that. Some people are really quirky like that. I am. So I would try to do pet beds online or pet beds depot. You know what I mean? But some people will misspell it with 2 S's and so forth. I don't know how you feel about that, Chris, but that's my stance. I usually don't put the 2 S's together.
And the cool thing is, if you do want to brand let's say you're doing a survivalist store and you had a cool brand name for it, you can get the domain that says, survivalist equipment depot.
Yeah.
But the actual images on the site, like your logo, can be whatever your company name is. If you have something cool,
Yeah.
To do. So you don't just, if you want to build a brand, so you can put, private label and Facebook ads. If you want to go that route, you can merge the 2. So it's not necessarily, you have to do it this way. That's the cool thing about it.
Yeah. Clark, I don't do backlinks either. I told you I was lazier than hell. I've never done any backlinks. Don't do anything. And I can rank my sites up pretty freaking quickly most of the time. Usually in a few weeks. I had one that took me about 6 weeks here not long ago. I'm number 1 on Google for that keywords now. I've got another one I'm kind of fighting right now. I'm trying to do some extra couple little things. I'm trying to use a schema thing, which is new to me, but it doesn't seem to work. But sometimes I'll throw a couple videos out, guys. But I don't do backlinks. I never have done any backlinks. But most of the time, if I kind of want to bump them up a little bit, I'll have a couple little videos made up and help myself and get some traffic that way. Now let's talk at the front of the domain name, guys. We talked about putting that word behind petbedsonline.com, right? How about mypetbeds or yourpetbeds.com? mypetbeds.com, bestpetbeds.com, or DIY. Which would you want? Do it DIY. It's not do-it-yourself pet beds, right? Unless you're building your own pet beds. But I'm just giving you an example. At the front of the domain name, what kind of words you can use as well, right? Mine, yours, best, from my opinion. Mine, your best.
Yeah, I agree.
And yours, the first domain name ever bought, didn't Chris? Remember that?
Yes,
your da. Well, that company that was going after, the company that had a domain name and stuff, they're no longer in business anymore. My website still is. My website.
And that company was a lot larger.
They was huge.
They were the #1
huge
company in that niche, and we basically took their name, added.
It wasn't a brand. It wasn't a brand, was it? It wasn't a brand.
No.
It wasn't a brand. It was just keywords. And I took their name. You know, they tried to sue me, threatened to sue me over that, Chris. They sent me a cease and desist letter, but it wasn't over the domain name. It was over the logo, and they said I was trying to copy the logo, and I laughed at them. I was like, "You guys are freaking nuts! My logo is completely different." Was you around then?
Yeah, I was, and that's what makes this strategy so bulletproof, is because the words are so generic that no one can claim copyright to it.
Yeah,
they can't
keyword.
say you're still on my name, because if you have
who's gonna do pet?
Your survivalist knives.com, you cannot copyright survivalist knives.
Yep. So just to make sure, no trademark type of stuff, guys. All right, who also wants to see some awesome research tools? So show you guys some cool things. You guys get a lot out of that. I'm going to show you guys a couple other research tools that I have that you might be interested in, might like it. I don't know if you guys seen the upsell that we had on our latest launch, but if you guys already have Ali Prospector, you know that's a really cool tool. What me and Chris have, we got another tool for Amazon, guys. It's called AZ Prospector, and it does the same type of thing. I showed you guys a while ago. Basically, You can put your own keywords in here, put pet stairs, or you can choose a category and do a search. But you can find out how the product has been in the top 100 and how long, if it's been in the top 100 and how long. You can go by reviews and other offers and pricing stuff. It's a really cool tool for doing research on Amazon. Like I was showing you a while ago, I manually did this for a while. I would go to each store and I kind of look around for particular products, right? But this way, I can start looking for pet beds. I can start looking for birding binoculars or whatever really quickly, or choose a category and dig down and find products that's got a lot of reviews, right? So that's what I'm starting to look at. We also have note software for eBay. If you guys use eBay for any kind of research, and we look for sold counts on eBay more than anything. I like to look at sold counts there and doing research to find hot selling products there as well. And we also have a cool piece of software for Alibaba, guys. You guys have a piece of software called Ali Prospector for AliExpress. Sourcing Samurai, if you really want to get deep and you want to import your own products, then you find the products over on AliExpress. And then you can use Sourcing Samurai to find, to get your samples and all that kind of stuff, and maybe it's a good selling product. Then you want to go ahead and start importing these products yourself instead of just having blind ship. If you're doing blind shipping or whatever with AliExpress people, or you're just getting samples in. If you want to take the extra step and go and get more and start importing your own products, that's what I do most of my business, guys. Most of my business is importing my own products. When I figured this out, how to import my own products from China, my own brands, I absolutely crush it with that. My profit margin is 4 to 5 times what I pay for. If I pay $20 for something, I make about $100 off of it. I make $80 to $100 profit every single time. And Chris can vouch for that. You know some of the stuff I'm selling.
Yeah, definitely.
I sold a product a while ago for just a while ago, guys, for $129. It cost me $20 for the product. I sold it for $129.99. And here it is, guys. I'm going to do some Q&A here. We're not pitching, but I'd like you guys to, if you guys really got value out of the Ali Prospector software, then the other 3 pieces of software you guys will absolutely love. And the cool thing about it, too, we have 38 training videos, guys. We have a whole training module on finding hot niches products. I showed you a few cool ways a while ago, right? But we have other cool ways. It's, like I said, it's 38 videos in these 2 modules. The first module is how to find hot niche products. Like I said, we go way more into detail than what I just showed you guys a while ago. And then the module 2 was the other problem people have is finding manufacturers, and that's what the second module is for, as all the training videos of how to find manufacturers. There's more examples just I showed you just a few minutes ago. There's a ton of different examples. But this is Ecom Exposed. If you guys haven't gotten Ecom Exposed, is the OTO that we had on the Ali Prospector, then we have this open for $67 now for the time being. We're going to be raising the price pretty soon. You cannot buy Ecom. You can't buy this stuff anywhere else, guys, without buying the whole full package that I have for $297. So $67 is a good deal. You have the link, Chris? Let's see here.
Yes.
Put the link in there for everybody. And just do some Q&A, guys. Thanks, Clark. Really appreciate it, man. I just want to share some cool things with you guys, because I know, some of you guys are having problems with, I've been seeing some stuff in our support desk of how do I find the hot products, and then, like I said, people have a problem with the manufacturer a lot, get hung up with that every once in a while. So let me go through the questions now. No, you're not officially stupid, Debbie. Everybody, sometimes overthinks things, and Chris is one of them. Chris worked with me years ago, and he kind of went off the corporate world for a while, and he's come back in, and I've told Chris, a while back, you don't overthink things. I tell my students that, don't overthink things, and once you get it, and you figure out you're overthinking it, then you're like, wow.
Yeah, it clicks.
Yeah, and I overthink things sometimes too, don't I? I still overthink things sometimes, guys. So we all do that and stuff, right? So let's go over here. Look at some of the questions, and we'll try to go over these real quickly here. Yes. Okay, cool. I would appreciate everybody coming out tonight, today. She says she's freezing in South Africa. Okay, all right. Let's look through the questions, guys.
Well, the reason why Deborah says that what we're teaching makes 99% makes more sense than 99% of what's being taught, because we're keeping it simple. A lot of people will sit there, will blow up their courses and their stuff to try to make it seem more complicated, so the person feels like they get more value, but it really is a very simple, basic.
I talk about Facebook ads, guys. You talked about a while ago. I like to do organic traffic. I've tried Facebook ads. I got pretty good at it. thing is, you have to keep up with it all the time. I like more organic traffic. I do use Facebook for retargeting. It's very, very, very important to do retargeting on your stuff too, guys, on your websites. You can get a lot more traffic and a lot more money for people who spend your site and didn't buy. So that's very important. But otherwise, other than traffic, I don't do anything. And like I told Clark, well, I don't do any backlinks or anything like that. Let's see. Facebook had to kill my budget. Yeah, they kill your budget if you don't get Facebook down pretty good, right?
And that's what I was about to say. Facebook can be hyper lucrative, or can be a complete money sink. I've had it happen both ways, where a campaign took off, and I've had it where a campaign sinks. And the thing about that is, if you lose that money and you don't get a return, that's it. It's just gone. Which is why I much prefer organic traffic over everything else.
Yeah. And I've got pretty good with doing videos. I'll give you a tip though. Especially Deborah's talking about video, Facebook stuff. Is videos. Videos I got down. I can usually get down to like a penny, 2 pennies, stuff like that for the views. And I've gotten down to like 2 and 300 thousandths of a cent with videos. I've gotten down that low. So try videos. Videos work really good. Clark is asking, what website templates do you use? Well, Clark, I'll give you a link right here. We also have a special on templates right now. Me and Chris has got a package of e-commerce templates that we actually use in our own business. So let me give that for Clark there. And if anybody else wants to take a look, I'd be glad to take a look here. Send it privately to him. And that's a good one, Clark. If you want some cool things, I think there's 9 of them in that package in there, Chris. Plus, I forgot about that. And the themes package, I'll send it to everybody. It's a theme package, guys. We have 9 themes, and we're also including outsourcing formula with 3 other pieces of software. I think $67, isn't it, Chris? For the theme packs, you get 9 themes, exclusive themes that we don't sell everywhere else. They're all mobile friendly, e-commerce themes, and then we also give an outsourcing formula which has 3 pieces of software with that, with all the training videos and stuff too. If you guys really want to get into outsourcing, which you should be doing outsourcing in your business as well, but. There's the offer, guys, for that. More questions, guys. So there's the templates, Clark. That's the ones we use. Thank you. Yes, I'm glad you liked it. Robert said you had to go to the dentist. I'll send you the replay.
Yeah, a lot of people are asking about the drop shipping search terms.
Oh, okay. Okay. You want to pull that back? Let me pull that back up here real quick. Yeah, let's find the search terms on my screen here. Let me go ahead and pull it up here. And I'll find it for you guys real quickly. Here it is. What I'll do is I'll put this notepad for you guys. Real quick.
Yeah, Carl says that was talking about how he tried Facebook and Instagram traffic and didn't get any clicks to his website. Well, the thing is Facebook is a science in its own. And it takes a lot of initial capital, and it takes a lot of trial and error. So, usually Facebook it's probably not the first thing you want to jump into to try to get the traffic to your site, because it really is kind of like a whole different kind of mindset you got to get into.
Right.
Strategy we use with the keyword-rich domains, it really is the most beginner-friendly and even intermediate-friendly way to jump into e-commerce, because it allows you to, the biggest investment you're going to have is time. It's the time to set up the website and stuff. Domains are what, like $5 now, Sam? So, I mean...
Yeah, 8 or 10, something like that.
Yeah, $5 to $10, depending on where you get it from. And so, the biggest loss you're going to have is a week's worth of time and $10.
Yeah.
To set it all up, and you just sit back and see what happens, rather than, throwing. I mean, I've got friends that sink $1,200 a day into Facebook ads.
Yeah, I think it's people overcomplicating and stuff, and just because you have one website, guys, and you got your products and stuff on that, move on to another niche. I have some of my niches, guys. I have 12 different websites for the same freaking niche, same products. But I'm in a lot of different niches, so move on and start building other websites and stuff. You don't have to build a ton of them. Like I have about 30 of them, and I have about a dozen of them that do pretty good. Maybe 6 of them do real good, right, Chris? About 6 of them do really good.
Yeah.
And then the trickles, either the little trickle was like I got a $29 order a while ago. That site gets a few orders a week, but hey, I'm happy with it. It's one website, one HTML website with one product video, product description, and product buy button. That's it.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was saying. Even the site can be simple. You want a nice design, and that's how we have our
Yeah, make
e-commerce
it
thing.
look pretty. Yeah.
But you don't have to go. It doesn't have to go overboard. You're not competing. You're not competing with Amazon when you're selling it. Amazon is actually in a different space. That's one of the things I have to explain to people is they say, well, what about Amazon and eBay? And I'm saying Amazon and eBay are actually in a different online space. If you know if I know what I mean by that,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
your competitor. You know,
Yeah.
so when people are searching for that exact item, there may be an Amazon link, but there's also going to be a number of other sites selling that same thing. Those are your competitors. Those are the people that you're competing with. So don't worry
Yeah.
about.
That's true. Clark asked a good question. Do you have one website for each niche or each drop shipper? No, you can have 10, 20 different drop shippers for the same website. So if you're selling dog collars and dog leashes and you have 10 different drop shippers, you can put them all on the website, right? And sell. Now, if I'm just selling, I like to narrow it down like dog collars, guys. I had a website a while back, but the company ended up going bankrupt after about 8 years dealing with them. I don't know why they went bankrupt, but they just went selling enough volume, I guess. But they were selling a lot of other things, sold belts and purses and all kinds of things. But I was selling their dog collars and dog leashes, and that's all I sold. Dog collars and dog leashes. That was it. I didn't sell dog blankets, dog beds, none other crap. That website sold dog collars and dog leashes, and the website had dog collars and the domain name.
And that's another thing about when you get into these things. Something how Sam actually don't have to mind me telling the story. Sam had a supplier a supplier that went out of business. So Sam decided to just start selling the items himself.
Yeah,
He
so
had
I
them
went to
built.
China. I had a made. I had a
Had
made.
them built, and just now he's the number one seller in that niche.
Yep. Someone was asking how much repeat all comes in the offer. Okay, this offer comes with 3 pieces of software. Deborah, it comes with the AZ Prospector. It comes with eProspector software for eBay, and it comes with Sourcing Samurai for Alibaba. It also comes with 38 training videos. Just 38 videos, so there's probably like probably 19 or 20 videos in the researching hot niches of products, and the other 19, 20 videos are in the finding manufacturers and companies to work with. Yeah, you spend $1,000 a day on ads if you really wanted to. I know I got a couple of friends doing the same thing, but like I said, if I had time to and I really got it down pat and stuff, but most of the niches I'm in, guys, I dominate anyway, so I don't even really need. If I'm on the first page or second page of Google for my niches, why the hell do I need to buy traffic? I need to buy
Exactly.
to get on the first page to buy ads and stuff. I don't need to. Retargeting, no, I do. I do retargeting, but that's you set that up and you won't fool with that too often. Just change your ads every 4 to 6 weeks or so, and that's it. Average store, 10 to 15,000 a month, Clark. It's not too bad. I'm not out trying to make stores that makes $1 million a month. All right. I want a bunch of small little stores that makes me really good living, right?
Although using this strategy, you could make a you could make a lot of money. Let's just put it this way: I left corporate marketing, and now I'm a full-time e-commerce store owner. And that was what 6 months, Sam. It
Yeah,
took.
yeah.
I studied with Sam for 6 months since since January.
He
I would
was
say
very,
February.
Chris is
Started
very
taking years.
hesitant. Chris is very
I was
hesitant,
hesitant.
and you overthink things too much sometimes, but he's
I
got
was
it
very
now.
because I just didn't, I was in you guys' position 6 months ago. I've known Sam for a long time, but I was in the corporate marketing industry, and I worked for law firms, and so when he was telling me these numbers and showing me these things, and I'm just like, this is so simple. This is not what everyone else is saying. And he said, well, just try it. I mean, it's a very minimal investment. You know, you spend so much money on, shoes. Try this. So I tried it, and then I started making money within, I mean, literally weeks after doing it. And then I just jumped straight in, just jumped head first in, and I'm just like obsessed with it.
All right, guys, so we're going to end this today.
But,
Still
but
daytime.
one more
Quick.
last question. So
Go ahead.
Deborah's asking, will this package teach me to do what you're doing? Yes, this package
Yeah,
literally has everything you need.
yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
e-commerce exposed is what when I'm hooked up with Sam. This is what he sent me.
Yeah.
I'm
If you
like,
really want to get into advanced, like the importing and buying and buying in bulk and stuff like buying surplus and buying in bulk and buying containers with the stuff or importing from China and that kind of stuff, if you want to get deep, then I have more training, but it's not $67. It's a lot more than that. But uh, I'm not trying to pitch that, guys. I'm just trying to help you guys out here with the software to help you in 38 videos, get you going. Because that's like I said, I can feed you, I can sell you a $500 program, right? That teaches you importing, white labeling from China, Facebook traffic, how to do, I mean, I got Facebook traffic down pretty good. I can show you how to write the copy and your descriptions and so forth. I have training that has 160 or 70 videos in it. I don't want you to get confused. The main two things people have a problem with is finding the products, and the next thing is finding the manufacturer, how to find the products, right? That's the two things probably people have, is finding products, hot niches. They don't know what to get into. They don't know what to sell uh, or where to find them. And like I said, the second problem, after doing this 13 years, guys, I've probably figured out what most people have problem with to get stuck on. And I'm not somebody that just started a year or two ago, guys, and started doing really big with Shopify or doing arbitrage. And I'm not, I've been doing this 13 years. I've been around a lot longer than a lot of these other guys. It's just now starting to show up and starting to, be the pimps and the big gurus and stuff. And I don't want to be a guru. I just like to do my e-commerce stuff and I like to help people out like you guys be successful and not, not overthink it, not make things too hard on yourself. And you don't need all the whizzy gig stuff and spend $4,000 or $5,000 on training to get it, right? Most people get in their own way and don't take advantage of what the resources and stuff they have nowadays, which is the tools, guys. When I was started off 13 years ago, I didn't have tools. There was not AliExpress, Alibaba. There was not tools and softwares and stuff to help me out. There was no info products like this now. People had training and stuff. There was no big stuff like this now. Now you see everybody in the world launching products, how to do this and how to do that. It just wasn't out there, and I had learned a lot. I had to do it by trial and error, and I made some really good. I figured out really cool ways of doing things, and I figured out a lot of ways how to screw things up, and I failed a lot, right? And by failing a lot, I learned how to do things right. So uh, if you want to learn from somebody that's been around 13 years, been doing this full time for 13 years, then please buy my product. If you don't feel comfortable buying my stuff, then I thank you for coming out, and I hope you guys really learned a lot today. That's what it's all about, guys. I want to make sure that you guys learned some stuff today, and something you can take with you, whether you buy this other software or not. And thank you from me and Chris for buying Ollie Prospector software, guys. If we do any updates on it, you guys, it's for free, so you won't be charged for it ever again. We won't try to sell it to you again. If we ever do any updates on it, which we are working on we are working on some updates now. But when they come out, you don't have to re-download it in the members area. When you open the software and there's an update, the software will tell you, hey, there's a new version. You want to get it now, and it'll do it for you. So pretty cool. Cool. It depends on how you want to go, Deborah. If you want to avoid AliExpress and Alibaba and go straight with drop shippers, that's what you want to do. If you want to just go straight out and deal with drop shippers here in the U.S., if you're from the U.S., then by all means, that's how I got started. I started doing drop shipping. I still do a lot of drop shipping. Most of my income is from my import business now, though. I did drop shipping for years and years and years, and then all of a sudden I realized that I need to start importing some of my own products. I don't do, the whole business that way. But most of my business now is my own products. But I still do, like I said, just do some drop shipping, a few niches and so forth. So still work with some companies. Um,
yeah, it's not
and
really better or worse. It's
anyway,
a
it depends
different
what you want
approach.
to do. If you want to do arbitrage with
Yes,
AliExpress and do all, Chris is really good
I
with
do
arbitrage.
arbitrage. I do lots
He's
of
good with
arbitrage.
arbitrage. Yep. And Ollie Prospector, it can be used two different ways. It can be used for arbitrage, for finding products that you can sell on your websites and let them ship for you, or use it for getting samples and stuff and finding hot selling products to sell on your own websites as well, right? I like to use it for finding niche ideas and market ideas. That's for me mostly. And then if I figured out it's a good product and I know I can sell it for just by doing some tests, then I'll go to Alibaba. I'll use my sourcing samurai and I'll go to Alibaba and I'll just buy it in bulk. And you don't have to buy 10,000 units, guys, to do stuff. I have some manufacturers that sell me stuff 200 at a time. You know, 200 to 500 at a time. So you don't have to. Some companies won't even sell it. They won't even have a minimum. I've seen some companies do 5 or 10 at a time, but I like to keep my stuff. It depends on the products. I'm doing it pretty expensive, not really expensive, but they're fairly expensive. I sell them for 80 to 100 bucks, and it costs me anywhere from 20 to 28 in that range. It depends on the product. So you're buying 500 to 1,000 units. It's a chunk of change you throw out every time, right? So drop shipping could be the way to go for you. It depends on how you want to do it, right? You can do, Carl, you can do drop shipper if you're in the UK. You can do drop shippers with people in the US and vice versa. It just depends on how you use it, how you want to do it, right? So you don't have to be local, like your own town stuff. I deal with manufacturers all over the US. So, and a couple of them Canada too. All right, guys, well, we're going to end this. I really appreciate it for everybody coming out. And I hope you guys got a lot out of this. We'll have the replay for you guys. And I hope you got a lot out of this. I just wanted to show you guys some cool little tips and tricks and so forth, extra little goodies. This was really pretty well unannounced. We didn't have it on the sales page or anything, but we just want to share some value with you guys, right? And we really appreciate from the bottom of mine and Chris's heart for purchasing all your Prospector software. And we hope you guys have a great, great day. And we'll be talking to you guys soon. We'll be announcing some more webinars here in the future, and you guys will definitely be invited to come out and hang out with us. All right, guys. Have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.